Change.org took down a anti-collective shell petition. Let's talk about it. Before I start, like, subscribe, do all the things. Let me know if you like this voice or not. I'm thinking of changing it maybe. Anyway, let's launch into it. Let me get to the heart and meat of the matter because this is kind of the most important element to this. For starters, this is not Change.org censoring the entire movement against Visa, PayPal, and MasterCard, right? This is actually not what it is. There is currently a petition, which I'm going to link in the description, that basically tackles the issue on a macro level. The petition that was censored was one that, I'm paraphrasing, but it's something to the effect of, stop a collective shout, whatever, something like that. And just my personal opinion here, while I'm not necessarily in favor of the censorship, it's also, in my view, not that big of a deal in this particular instance. Like Asmongold says, collective shout aren't even the issue here, and you can't even necessarily blame them for looking at a link in the chain and taking advantage of it if it's rusty and moldy and there's nothing that you can, it's very easy to break. We need to go after that chain and secure it firmly. And that's not what the other petition does either. Like, let's face it, like, petitions don't do, okay, I don't like the doomer mentality where petitions don't do anything. I think that they cue that the public cares about this issue. If you get a lot of signatures, you can cue to people care about this, right? I think that is a value in and of itself. I kind of wish we had something a bit more robust like the EU with the Stop Killing Games movement type thing. But it's fine. And I do think that you should sign it below. Regardless, like, I just wanted to clarify this because, like, I don't really want people to get too up in arms about this. This is not something we should be wasting our energy on. There are so many more important things to focus on right now. Like, Asmongold uploaded a video about the other day about, like, the girl that's in student debt, and that kind of affected me a little bit. It stressed me out. I feel bad for her. A lot of people in the comments are being just as bad as the boomers in this instance, just because, and also, like, that's a topic for a different day, but I have a whole personal opinion of, like, okay, yes, boomers bad, very, very, very bad, but also we need to acknowledge our faults too. Because the issue with boomers is that they don't acknowledge anything. There's zero self-awareness there. When I look in the mirror, I look at someone who is sleeping in the bed they made. Because when I was in middle school and when I was in high school, I was just as, like, I wasn't as woke. I was still, like, critical of transgender stuff, but literally everything else, right now we would be living in my dream state if I were in middle school and high school. So if you really hate boomers and stuff like that, you need to kind of look in the mirror and be less cynical and not, like, laugh at a girl just because she's a girl and you hate women, even though she may be the one normal woman in a sea of, like, really, and there's not even a sea of bad women. It's just, like, I don't know, half, a quarter of them. I can't put a number to the amount of crazy women there are versus normal ones. But there are normal women out there. And we're getting to a point where we're laughing at the normal girls who are just a little naive. She doesn't deserve life-ruining debt over that. Devastatingly life-ruining debt over that. What was I talking about again? All right. So yeah, don't waste energy on this. Post in the comments things that you want me to talk about because, like, I'm trying to learn about all the different political things that need to be fixed. There's so many things that need to be fixed. And this YouTube channel, it does help if you donate in some way. I'll set up some payment stuff because I want to make a difference. Things need to change. And last thing I'll say for this video, we did win the election with Trump, but what you have to keep in mind is Trump can only do so much. And also I know there's a whole Epstein controversy going on, which sucks. I'm in the pragmatic camp where I'm just like, look, like, he's in, we still need to leverage him, right? And we still need to win the midterms and the next election, in my opinion. So, with all that aside, we need to understand that we can make a difference too. We don't need, this is not a permission-based structure where, like, we need to get a person in that we like in order for them to do stuff for us. We can do things too. And I really wish that, like, Asmongold's community is probably a little bit better about this because he actively advocates for it all the time. But we would be unstoppable right now if, like, the moment Trump got into presidency,